Hello, I'm ABX and welcome back to the video. Today I have some more Minecraft console news to share with you, and it is of course to do with the next update coming out for Minecraft on the console, or the next few updates I really should say, for a whole bunch of different things. We've got a little bit from everywhere in here because Roger Carpenter, who is the lead producer of Minecraft on the consoles, was over at the Washington office of Mojang, and he was on one of their live streams, and a few people asked questions about the console, and here are some of the answers that I found very interesting, as well as some of the stuff that it therefore did confirm that I think you all might want to know about. So hopefully you do all enjoy this video. Like it if you do, because it helps out the channel, and let's know you do like staying up to date with the latest in Minecraft console, and indeed I should keep doing this whenever something like this does come out, because it is kind of cool, the stuff we've learned here. You know, it's a little bit from all over the place, but it also confirms some features that you might not have figured were ever coming to console are in fact coming, and that's something that's kind of positive. Anyway, that's it, let's get straight into it, and let's start with this very first clip, which is about like, oh yeah, so what's the next update going to be? Can you announce it? And here's the, you know, kind of simple response.
Is there anything you can announce right now?
We're not really talking about a lot at the moment.
Which is what we'd expect this time of year. A part of me was hoping it'd be like, oh yeah, this next update will be this, this, and this. Because bear in mind, you know, they tend to, when it's Minecraft console, announce something about a month or so before it comes out. And the closest thing we know is coming out is in March with the Switch edition. And, you know, the update, we have no idea when that's planned for. But evidently, it's not going to be coming out early February, which, you know, not really a shocker. But now we know there's not going to be a surprise update tomorrow. Except there might be one, because they were also asked about bug fixes. So, yeah, obviously TU47 just came out and it fixed like 3 bugs. But will there be another one?
Yeah, there's another bug fix thing coming as well.
Cool. Confirmed. Confirmed. I couldn't say anything the other day with someone else.
Yeah, there is another bug fix.
So yeah, simple answer is TE47 was a bug fix, TE48 will also be a bug fix like we all expected. It's just, you know, it's all confirmed there now. You know for a fact that when the next update comes out, it's obviously intended to be one, just in case you didn't trust what I said on this channel, and now you got it like directly from the source of the thing. Anyway, that said, that is kind of the second thing, and you know, those are both relatively dull by themselves, but this is where things get very interesting, because Mega vs. Prime, a subscriber you might have seen before, he asked a few questions, and some of them got some interesting responses, like this one about future features.
Will the missing 1.7/1.8 features come soon?
That will arrive at some point.
Yep. This is going to be the answer for
soon has no definition. You can say yes to that. It's like
Nah,
within the next decade.
Soon means tomorrow, right?
So what he confirms there is that the 1.7 and 1.8 missing features, which I honestly, there aren't actually too many left off, but there are some ones which, you know, were too technically, you know, not possible, or this or that. He confirms that more of those will be coming to the console at some point in the future, and then afterwards, you know, the way he's like kind of non-committal, you think, oh yes, that means basically never, but then he says like he just can't say soon, because for a lot of people that means like tomorrow, or, you know, like the next update as soon as that's happening, and that's really, really intriguing to me. So yeah, in the nearish future, in one of the updates this year perhaps, because bear in mind, you know, last year when banners were missing, he said, oh yeah, banners, we'd love to put them in the, you know, in the console edition, and it only took like 3 months, and then the update rolled out and there were banners. So presumably the same thing might happen this year, where just one of the updates, which has a lot of other features, might go back and include some of the 1.7 and 1.8 missing features. So what does that confirm? Because I had to, you know, think about that, like, what is missing? So I went into it, I researched it, like what features that actually kind of makes sense that we don't have. So here's 1.7, there's really only 3 off, but we got one recently that was amplified. Again, that was added, but for 2 consoles last time. There is the command block Minecart, which doesn't really make too much sense about the, you know, command block itself, and there is Minecraft Realms. So not really any shockers here of the Minecraft 1.7 stuff. Like the command block Minecart is probably really far down the line, because you need command blocks which require the PC to make them a bit more usable first, so you can port them over, and then there's Realms, of course, which we kind of already knew, but it's nice that they're confirmed that'll be in there. Then the 1.8 update gets a bit more interesting though, because the 4 features that kind of confirms are all over the place for stuff. So we've got the difficulty lock and the difficulty per world thing. So if you don't know, this is a changed Minecraft put in, where if you want to, you know, like really make sure that, you know, you stick to your world difficulty and you don't just peaceful out or something, you can lock it onto either hard, normal, easy, etc. difficulty. So if you want to, like, you know, make sure that it's always on hard mode, always on hardcore mode, you can do that with the difficulty lock. Second of all, we've got the customized world. This is basically like customized super flats, but you can do way more stuff with like biome, you know, it's basically like an entirely customizable world, such as the name would imply. We've got Spectator Mode, which is like creative, but you go through blocks. It's pretty useful, and it kind of exists in the console right now, just only for battle and tumble. Maybe that'll be coming into the main game at some point. And then we've got barrier blocks too. So all 4 of these features, I see no reason why they can't come to console, and that means that at least some of these, you know, most of these, are presumably going to be looked at and perhaps put into one of the future updates for Minecraft console, which is pretty exciting if you ask me, because barrier blocks are great for customizing worlds. Spectator Mode is at least fun to play around with. I don't know how much like actual practicality it has, and customized worlds is something that if that does come, you better believe there'll be like a billion combinations I'll be able to show off. that will be great for anyone that just loves to, do what I do. The same sort of thing I really love to do, where it's like, oh yeah, let's just go into a world, let's give ourselves a challenge, and let's do that. And that's something that presumably will be coming at some point because of this. Anyway, we've got some other exciting stuff, and let's go into that now.
Any news on the next mini game?
Nothing we can talk about. All I can say is we are definitely developing one. But until we're happy with it, we're not really going to talk about it.
That's fair.
So it goes through a lot of testing, a lot of feedback processes within our team and within Mojang and over here as well before we get close to talking about what it's going to be.
So that was just a confirmation that yes, there is a new minigame still in development. They're still working on it. They're still just kind of refining the idea because you got I feel like Tumble just kind of came out without any stuff, but Battle had so many steps between the conception of it and the release, and it looks like whatever they're doing is going to be a big minigame, the size perhaps of Battle more than Tumble, which is again intriguing to me. Anyway, that said, let's move on to the next stuff, which is a bit more interesting than it's just in the works, because this is a direct confirmation of another feature, which you'll see right here.
So will map sharing go? Well, if you craft a map, you can toss it to your friend. Here you go, here's a map.
I think most of our stuff like that will come via realms, I would think, but it's not. How we share stuff it's been something we've been looking at and working on for years, literally years. So, but it's. I think I've said this before. We try and do everything on console. We try and do not just for one console, but for all consoles, and they're all very, very different.
So yeah, as you could probably tell from that, being able to share worlds, something people have wanted for a really long time. It's something they have looked at, something they've been trying to do for years, he said. And it's one of those features where it does actually make sense when you think about it. There's 6 consoles and trying to get those all to hook up. I guess I kind of get it. But the really interesting thing in there was the fact that he said, oh yeah, it'll probably come via realms. And that is something that, again, I think I'd theorized in the past that when you have realms and it's all on the server anyway, it's going to be a lot easier to share that. And that's exciting to me, the fact that they might, either with realms or just as an update after it, make it so you can just share maps that way. And it's something that I think a lot of console players would quite like, myself included, to kind of have a vibrant map, because there's something really interesting about console maps that you don't necessarily get on other platforms, because on the at least on most consoles, I know on certain ones you can actually download stuff, but on certain consoles that means that you can see something that's truly hand built in some ways, which I know some people are really big into. That's something, the ability to share maps, the ability to see other people's maps, is something that I think is so revolutionary, game changing, and it looks like it's coming at some point. They do want to do it. They have confirmed they've just looked into it. It's just with the current 6 console system and no unified save file, I can see why that would be difficult. But yeah, so that kind of rounds up the stuff we have here. You might think that's a lot of stuff and how to kind of put it. So just to put it in simple terms, a lot of the 1.7 and 1.8 features, such as the ability to realms first of all, but then also stuff like the difficulty locks and customized worlds. That sort of stuff is always considered and thrown into these updates. So we're going to perhaps see the things that you might think were never coming in these future updates. A new minigame is being worked on, and it's presumably going to be a big one based on the way they talk about it. And map sharing is something they do want to put into the game at some point, but obviously you need to wait for that. And before we leave here, I figure there's just one more interesting thing. It's not really relevant to anyone except this channel, but maybe you're interested, because a lot of people theorize that, oh yeah, they changed the release date on TU46 to get Toycat, or it was always tentatively that date. But I found this to be very interesting because someone asked about that.
Did you plan to have Toycat eat the chili?
No. No, not at all. That all happened, and it was. Well, we didn't want to spoil the game, but no, we did not plan to have Mr. Toycat eat the chili.
See, and I so the way there's 2 ways you can really interpret that. The first one's oh yeah, we just released it on that day anyway. And the second way, the way I assume it is that they were intending to release on the 20th, and something did just go slightly wrong that made it a Wednesday instead. Because you don't really just plan to release stuff on Wednesday. Generally speaking, stuff that releases on Wednesdays because it releases a day later than elsewhere. And yeah, just in case you're curious, did they intend to make me do it? No. And was the update meant to release on the 20th? Yes. Therefore, Toycat is still right. maybe, not really. Anyway, I hope you did all enjoy this video regardless. Like it if you did like it, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like it. Share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you are new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, keeping you up to date with the latest in Minecraft console going-ons, and even though this video is a lot longer than a usual news video, hopefully you got something from it. So, I guess I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm personally most looking forward to, you know, the map sharing and, you know, the customized worlds, but maybe if you have some other opinion, you can share it in the comments down below. One more thing, the quality was kind of bad on the live streams, because it's a live stream and I'm putting it into a video. It's not like something on my end. I tried to make sure that stuff's as high quality as possible. And also, finally, this is something I've been doing recently, but I haven't ever mentioned. At the end of the video, you'll see 2 videos on the screen. You can tap or click them, and it'll take you to those videos because they're done by YouTube and they work on mobile now. It's a cool little change. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video. See you all in the next one. Goodbye.